Hi. I am Paolo Russo.
And I am Giorgia Marchioni. We're the lab manager.
And the president of the CRHACK lab Foligno 4D. Oh, look there. You can see our avatars in the objectual dimension of the reality.
The CRHACK lab is an Italian NGO. It promotes hacking projects to help young people develop today the skills required by the not yet existing jobs of the invisible digital cities of tomorrow. Along the way we work very hard to create addiction to innovative thinking. Hence the name of our lab. At CRHACK Lab we focus on researching for good questions rather than good answers. We believe that the former are a much more generative tool than the latter, especially in our world that changes at an ever-increasing speed.
There is a question that we hold particularly dear, and that has proven itself very generative. What is a digital monument, and how can we build one? I am asking myself, why are these questions so relevant?
Hello everyone. There is an abstract reason and very practical ones. A clear, not contradictory conceptual framework is a necessary condition for effective speculation and research. This is the abstract theoretical reason. For the practical ones, consider the fundamental conclusions of the Council of Europe of May 21st, 2014, I think, about cultural heritage as a strategic resource for sustainable development of Europe. The conclusions state that whatever kind of cultural heritage is strategic, be it material, immaterial, or digital. So, digital cultural heritage is not material, is not immaterial. Is it something else? What is it? Magic? In Europe we wasted years and tons of money trying to implement policies based on a magical conception of digital technologies. Confusion can cost really a lot. Of course, digital cultural heritage is very material as any other product of digital technologies. They are the tools that let us create semantic value out of energy. And energy is a state of the matter, unless Albert Einstein is proven wrong. I like to think that 6 centuries ago, Michelangelo used to say that he saw an angel inside a block of stone and he chiseled it, the block of stone of course, until he managed to set him free. Today, he probably would say that he saw an angel inside the flux of energy and he coded until he managed to set him free. It is immediate to understand the very material nature of digital cultural heritage when one tries to build a digital monument deliberately. A lot of practical issues arise. But let's stop for 1 second to consider how important is the digital monument challenge. We are living during an age when most human beings are becoming historical as individuals, because so many information is available about them. At the same time, we are living in the paradox that we can better understand the ancient Latin writer Cicero because we still have his letters after 2000 years, while we lost all the letters of the great writers of the 90s because they started using email to write each other or to write to their friends. This is a paradox. At some point, providers decided to purge all the useless data from their archives, and we lost everything. Digital cultural heritage is very volatile. So, how can we help the so-called digital natives to preserve and pass to the next generation their cultural heritage? The conceptual challenge of designing a digital monument able to survive for millennia generates many intriguing questions. The starting point is turning your head from the past to the future. Nowadays there are many broad definitions of monument that suit very well the needs of scholars who study the past. However, if your goal is building a monument, you can start only from one definition of success. You want to build a digital construct to make an impression on the current and future generation of your community, and to deliver them a message that it is relevant to you. As I said before, many interesting questions arise. How can I guarantee the energy needed to power a digital construct for centuries or millennia? What is the reference community of a digital monument? The geographical connotation is no longer so important. Does the distinction between copy and original still make sense? Again, let's not talk about the fact that we are moving from an imperative logic in which we code the algorithm to a declarative logic in which we explain our objectives as clearly as we can to an artificial intelligence. What is the monument here? Our declaration of objectives? The whole package with the artificial intelligence? Anyway, the above ones are just a few examples out of the many possible.
Following this general inspiration, in the past few years we started some experiments to speculate and investigate the topic, as we better understand the technologies we can use. In the Q4D project, we engaged the young enthusiasts of the traditional joust of the Quintana in Foligno to present and preserve the spirit of the 10 competing neighborhoods by haunting buildings with digital ghosts. They can be summoned by visitors' smartphones using augmented reality. A small but seminal project.
Europa Square is the seed of a digital monument dedicated to Europe as a transcultural lab. 80 schools from 4 European countries, Italy, Croatia, Greece, and Latvia, cooperated to create Thanksgiving Corner. Each school had to find a reason to thank a different country for some cultural element that has been inherited from them. For example, in Italy we discovered that we owe Croatia for the invention of the tie. An instance of Europa Square has been installed as an augmented reality construct in each one of the participating cities in Europe. We hope to keep the number growing. A virtual reality version can be visited starting at this web page.
Finally, the DREAM project, Digital Reality and Education Activities in Museums, was launched a few months ago. It's an European project again with partners from Italy, Croatia, Portugal and Finland. It upscales an old experiment that we held in the US in 2014 to create a museater. We create an immersive digital stage inside the museums. The stage allows museum educators and teachers of primary schools to build customized educational performances for kids.
They were just a few examples. If you need more info, you can ask our avatars in the objectual dimension of reality when you meet them.
Thank you for your time.
And stay safe.